Hi everybody and welcome to my unused journal collection part 16. I have I think 5 piles of journals that I thought I would show you today. Okay, we'll start over here. This is one I got at the $2 shop. It's just a simple spiral notebook. Quite cute, and I love that it was travel themed as well. Then I went to a Japanese store, and this is I think one of a set of 4. I think I've got 2 others, Hello Kitty and My Melody I think, and they were all basically in the Christmas tree pose, if you know what I mean. So this is this one, this is B5. That was cool. Then Kmart, I got these ones. It's a doggy one. So I've got heaps of dog stickers actually, so I thought, oh yes, they'll be good to use up. And I like the designs on the back. I've noticed too with Kmart, their spiral bound notebooks, they're doing the split spiral, which is a bit different. Which is actually quite a good idea because it means you can put a sticker here, here, and it won't bulk up the spiral bit, and then here. So it's a bit of extra decorating. I thought that was quite cool, and it's just plain white line pages, nothing special. And then this one. This one reminds me so much of Greece with the pottery, the waves, and the eye. The eye of, I think it's the eye of protection or whatever what it's called. But yes, a lot of Greeks were wearing it on a necklace around their neck. It protects them from, oh God, protects them from jealousy or bad energy or something like that. So yes, that reminds me of that, and it's just plain lined with the pockets. This is a new thing actually Kmart's doing with the 2 pockets in the front, which I like that idea very much, and I hope that they continue that, Kmart, if you're listening, which you're not, but anyway. And then I found this one. I always go and look at the kids' stationery department, and they had a whole series of these. And they were supposed to come with a little bag of clips and hair ties and stuff so that the kids could basically decorate the fur of the monster. But the clips weren't there. They were missing. So I thought, oh well, I'll go and try my luck, customer service, and see if I can get a couple of dollars off. And she said, oh no, we'll give it to you half price. Down from, so I paid 6 instead of 12. I was like, yep, beauty, we'll have that. And I love the textury, furry fluffiness of it. So you can really jazzy up its fur and make it look, have fun with it. And this one, the good thing about this is I did check, is that the binding is sewn because I have bought them. Kmart are learning. It used to just be glued binding on these big ones and the pages would fall out. So, and I think I've got a few of them in there that I'm a bit reluctant to use because of that. So I might use the paper for something else. But, so I love that. And I love that I only paid $6 instead of 12. Because I wouldn't have paid 12. I'm too cheap to pay 12. Okay, next is Temu. I got a whole lot of journals because they were doing up credit back. You pay, what was it? You pay between $30 and $40, and you get 90% of that money back in credit. So I was like, yep, right, go for it. So this is what I bought with the credit. I love the woman I've become because I fought to become her. Love that. Love that. And this is, and these are just cardboard covers. This is for when I lived overseas and I was teaching at the special needs school in Bath. So I thought that was perfect to write about that. And then I love this fairy, because most of the other fairy journals have got flower fairies, like kid fairies. This is like more of an adult, grown up fairy journal. So I love that. And then if you've been on Temu a while, you'll know that when they make journals on clearance or special or whatever it is, they do daily specials. They usually pick a journal theme. So they did teaching journals. So I was like, right, what can I buy? So these were cheap. And this is actually an unusual cover. It's sort of plasticky, stiff plasticky cover. Which I thought, oh, that's a bit different for Temu with the spiral. Takes a big heart to shape little minds. Teacher. Another teacher journal. Nothing exciting on the back, just plain white. And then this one I've already started, but I'm behind on it, as I'm behind on a few of my journals. But I have to say, I have finished 2 of the journals that I was behind in, so I am getting there. This one I bought because I was in hospital and it was a whole big nightmare. Trying to get there's only one doctor in A&E, and yeah. So you got to wait forever to be seen. So I thought this was just doctor in progress, loading, please wait. Yes, we waited forever, and yeah, it was a whole big drama. I won't go into it, but this was perfect for writing about that whole fiasco. I think I might have actually mentioned this in the other one. Whoops. Doesn't matter. And then this one. What she tackles, she conquers. Love this. This hardback. Sort of a faux leathery look type thing, but it's not leather. But I love the quote on the front. And another motivational one, hang in there. And then this is a Greek goddess one for my Greek trip. Plain white on the back. And then I saw that Christmas in July notebooks were on special, and obviously Christmas in July notebooks are all summery. So I thought, oh, I wonder if there are any summer beachy Christmassy ones that don't say Christmas in July, because obviously we have us Kiwis and Australians have our hot summer Christmas in December. So I found a whole heap, and I have been looking for summer Christmas journals that don't say Christmas in July in them for years, since I started journaling. So I've been trying to find, what's that, 2018, so however long that is, 7 years I've been looking for them. Finally, Temu has got them. Bloody brilliant. So I got this one, Christmas by the Sea, with our trusty jandal and the Christmas hat. It's another slightly different one. And this is my favourite summery Christmas one with Santa. It's board shorts, palm trees. Love it. So excited to use these, or one of them, at Christmas time. And then another one, Happy Beachmas, or Merry Beachmas. Just plain on the back. And then, whoops, this one, Summer Christmas, with the old summer jandals again. Slightly different from the others. Love it. And Merry Beaches with Santa surfing. So bravo Temu for making us Kiwis and Aussie journalists very happy. Now what you need to do, Temu, is to please make or sell some summer Christmas themed stickers that aren't Christmas in July ones, because you've given us the journal, so now we need the stickers. So that is what I will be keeping an eye out for. Okay, still keeping on Temu. I have another Roman Colosseum travel journal for my Rome. Well, it's for my overseas trip, but went to Rome. And then London, obviously I was living there. So love that. And I thought I'd get a Halloween one as well. And I love that the clock tower looks like Big Ben as well. And then obviously for buying all my stuff, as well as getting the credit back, I also completed the farmland thingy. It took flipping forever, but it was worth it because I got this, I think this is leather, $50 journal for free. And it's got the signatures there sewn in. So well chuffed about this. Because I would never have spent, I think it was $47 on a journal. No, thank you, I'm way too cheap for that. Don't have the money, and yeah. So, I think this is probably the expensive journal, the most expensive journal I own, pretty much. Okay, then I went to a store called Panda Mart in Auckland, the city, and I came across, first of all I came across this journal and I thought, oh, it's B5, yay, but this just screams to me sun and summer. And then I thought, oh, I wonder if it has a dark blue one. So I went through, and I was actually, they only had 2 of them unpacked, and I found 2 boxes of them at the back of the shelf. They hadn't been unopened, so I thought, right, rip them open, got all the notebooks out, had a look at all of them. No, there isn't a dark blue one. So it was such a shame, because I could have had sun and sea and used them one after the other, but that was all right. Still was really pleased with this one. Went home, got talking to a friend online. She said, oh, she's interested in them, and she said, what other colours did they have? And I said, oh, I explained to her, and she said, oh, they are so cool. How much were they? And I said, oh, they were so cheap. And the more she talked about them, I thought, oh, maybe I should go and get some more. So I went back, because I have very few B5s. They were so cheap. They open flat because of the binding, and they were really good quality, they were cheap, and I love the idea of using them one after the other, sorry that's blurry, and having them all lined up on my bookshelf like that with all the different colours. So I thought, what the heck, we'll buy one of each. Well, I think I didn't buy grey and I didn't buy black. Got sort of a tanny browny colour, pink, blue, love this colour. Orange just screams Halloween to me, and green. So well chuffed with those. What I really wanted was a red as well. They didn't have that either. And I even had a look on top of the shelves, like up the top, like where the people work, you know, where the workers bring down the boxes and unpack them, because I thought I was going to be cheeky. I thought if I see a box that's labelled B5 fashion notebook, I was actually going to haul it down, open it, see if there was the colours that I wanted in there, but there weren't any. So while I was in Panda Mart, which is pretty much Temu on steroids, as far as price wise, and the range of stuff I've got is absolutely brilliant. So I think these are $3.90. This was $3.50. So I got a red one. It's 100 pages, and I found the dark blue colour that I wanted. Thought they are quite cool, because I have found that I have been wanting, when I am stressed, I want plainer. I don't have the patience for bright colourful journals. I don't have the patience to put stickers in. I just want something plain that I can just write in and just not worry about anything else, the decoration stuff. So I thought those are perfect, because you know me, I pretty much buy anything. I like to have a variety, and I have certainly got that. I think I could probably open up a warehouse with journals, the amount of journals. You could definitely come and shop my place for journals. So if there was ever a paper shortage and they ran out, I would be probably okay for about 3 lifetimes. So yes, but anyway, while I was there, I also found this. Now this is not going to show up very well on camera at all, but if you can see the rainbow, it's got a pinky rainbow effect. No, you probably can't see it on here, but it's quite cool. Hardback. This is another rainbowy. No, you can't really see that, I don't think, either. No, it's not. My overhead lights. But there's a cool metallic rainbow effect on the front. And then I found this one. Now you gotta laugh with these Chinese notebooks. They really do not think about what is the writing on there, because obviously when someone was designing it, they must have put on there, whoever designed these, you know, what, like, they must have had a blank page and put on vintage flower illustration, so that whoever had the vintage flower illustration knew to pop the background photo there. But then they forgot to blimmin' remove the label of what it is. So yeah, you gotta laugh. So luckily I just ignore that, and I loved the design on the back and the front. But yeah, and I have no idea what gloxamina is. I presume it's what the flower's called. I presume it's Latin. I really don't know. But yeah, they really could have got rid of the vintage flower illustration label from there. But yeah, it's pretty much the same with all of them. I think there was a series of 6 of them, and it was the same with the poppy. Obviously, whoever designed them needed to know where the poppy picture needed to go on the notebook, and they forgot to delete it off. So not the brightest people, whoever were designing it. I'm guessing because they didn't know English, so they thought maybe that label's supposed to be on there. But yeah, not the best, but I mean, this was so cheap, it was ridiculous. $3 hardback, good quality paper. Happy with that. Then these are from the op shops, charity stores. This is a Smiggle one. And I liked it for the, again, it's a kids type one, but I thought it was something different. And it looks like a kid called Hudson used to own it. And it looks like, what was he writing about? We woke up and we went to the Mick Cafe and we bought hash browns, obviously. You can tell I'm a teacher because I can read that. So that's something a bit different. It's got lizards, not lizards, geckos, I think, down the bottom. And all this datey stuff up the top, which I don't care about that. I'll just ignore that. Oh, look, and it's got little people's expressions, so you can circle if you want to how you're feeling with the emojis, but I don't do that either. So although that was quite something a bit different. And I do have a plan, because I've been looking through my journals and I've got all these kitty type ones, and I haven't been using my kitty type ones, and I thought I need a situation I'm going to use them. So now I'm going to be using my kitty ones when I'm back teaching. So I thought I could use, like, I could just, that's not the right one. So I could use, like, bear with me. So I could sort of intersperse teaching ones with the kitty type ones. Yeah. So that's the plan for those. Then I came across this one. Now this is this is a Thailand notebook. I've never been to Thailand and probably will never get to Thailand. So I was thinking, why on earth am I buying a Thailand travel notebook? But there was something, it was the colour. It was the colour yellow. It is so bright. I love the whole design. I love that it's got this 3D, I don't know if you can see. 3D elephant thing glued on the front, and it's been handmade with handmade and hand-dyed paper. And so I love that, but it's the colour. It's something about the colour. The colour just screams summer. And it's got really nice paper inside. It's thin, but yes. So yeah, so I'm going to be using it sometime. A Thailand travel journal, because I like the colour. And yeah, I'll just have to, yeah, it really doesn't make sense, but I just love the design anyway. So, and then I came across this. I've already got this in my collection somewhere, but it was cheap, it was brand new, and it's Care Bears, and I love Care Bears. And it was only a couple of dollars, and I thought yes, and it's just a typo one, because Typo really don't make journals anymore. Shame on you, Typo. You started off as a stationery store with 99.9% of your stock was notebooks, and now you're just doing your giftware stuff. So very disappointed, Temu, as I have told the people who work there numerous times. Okay, so that is that, and the final journal is this one, which is my current journal. I'm not finishing the journal that I'm in, but I've had enough of it. I need, after I've had so much going on, so much stress, and now that all that stress is over, the person I was worried about is in hospital, is home, and things are calming down. Fingers crossed. Who knows with me? It's all up in the air, and every week there's some sort of crisis or another. But I needed a new journal, so I found this cover, and it had a few pages, and it just spoke to me, and I went all the way back to Temu on steroids place, which is Pandamart, trying to look for paper to go in it, and none of it fit, which was gutted because it was a heck of a lot of petrol to get there, but that's all right. So I've had to become a bit creative in how to use it, because I was determined to use it, tried to get the price sticker off. Seriously, the people who work at charity shops, they really need to use their brains where they put stickers. You do not put a sticker that does not come off on the front cover of journals, people. You need to put them on the back. Because I tried to pull it off, and it started denting and really messing up the front cover. So I thought, oh no, I've ruined it. And I'm a bit of a perfectionist as far as if I change a journal, I like it to look good. And I really don't like ruining it before I started it. That really annoys me. So I went through all of my drawers and drawers of stuff, trying to find something that could go on there. And this is in rose gold as well, and it says the best is yet to come. And I thought, yes, that is perfect after the crap and stress that I've been through, well, the last 3 months, but yes. So, and I even found, look at this, I even found out of my pen collection a rose gold pen, and it actually works. So very excited about that. So I have gone through, and there wasn't much paper. There's only this much paper in there, which is pitiful, really. And trying to find paper that will fit this ring binder is blimmin' impossible. I could fit this lot, but then this lot of the other paper I was trying to buy would not fit. And I don't have a fancy schmancy hole puncher thingy, which you can change all the settings to do this. I wouldn't have a clue how to do it. I'd end up going through a ring full of paper trying to punch it properly. So I've had to become a bit creative in how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to put more stuff in here, but so far I've found these little rose gold bits, and this says, what does this say? There's no fun in perfection, which is quite funny because I am a bit of a perfectionist, especially when it comes to trying to fix my mistakes. So then I went through, and I've got a whole lot of paper that I ripped out of another journal when it got too bulky, and the spine was going to break. So I've sort of got paper, and I've put stickers on with the same sort of colouring as this rose gold brownie type thing. to start me off, so I'll write on that to start with. And then I got a whole lot of, it is this way, the Native American postcards at the charity shop. Now I did have a plan of making some sort of, or using them in some sort of journal, but the colour just goes perfect with this. So I am going to incorporate these in here and use them to write on. Sorry, I'm trying to get that in properly, and it's probably a two-hand job, but there. So these are stickers, and then in this side we've got another pocket, and I've crammed it full of stuff as well, which is, this sort of goes with the colouring. It's a sunrise or sunset, and I like the quote on the back, which it says, life only, what does it say? Life only demands from the strength you possess, only 1 feat is possible, not to have to run away. By Dag Hammarskjöld. Sorry for butchering the name. And then the next one is, the best way out is always through. And I thought that is very apt for life at the moment. And I love the colour scheme. And then these are the other Native American postcards, which I love, and they just go perfect with this colour, that sort of rose goldy colour scheme. So I'm going to use them to write on as well. And I've literally just set this up. I'm halfway through setting it up. And more Native American postcards. I've had these for years. Don't know if the lighting's that good, if you can see. But they just go perfectly with, I mean, look at that. It's perfect with the colour. The colour scheme. And another one. And then I like that one as well. Quote, which I'll write on the back. It's a blank paper. Another quote, which I'll write on the back. So yes, that is how I have set up my new journal, which I am about to write in, well, right now, pretty much. So I'm well chuffed with that. I'm going to make it usable, even though I'm still trying to figure out how to use these pages, whether I stick extra paper here and have stick an extra page there to write on. I'll probably do that at some stage, not today. And then I can bulk that up, because there's that much spiral I can bulk stuff in. But yes, so that is my newest journal, which I bought about an hour ago. And it's my current journal. I love the pen as well, and I'm well chuffed with that. So that is the end of this video. I hope everyone's journaling is going well, and happy writing, everybody. Bye.